Japan didn't believe America would quit immediately, but they believed something just as dangerous. They believed Americans didn't have the stomach for a long war, that morale would break, that the public would lose interest. That belief would cost them everything.
From the outside, America looked comfortable, prosperous, focused on daily life, not sacrifice. Japanese planners saw a nation of consumers, not a nation prepared for hardship. They assumed comfort meant weakness.
The strategy was simple: strike hard, shock the public, destroy confidence. Japan believed that once Americans saw the cost, they would demand peace.
The attack on Pearl Harbor was meant to break morale, to scare America into backing down, to make the war feel distant and pointless. But something very different happened. Instead of fear, there was anger. Instead of panic, there was unity. Factories didn't slow down. Enlistment offices filled. The country didn't fracture, it focused.
Japanese leaders misunderstood something fundamental. American morale didn't come from tradition or obedience. It came from identity, from the belief that the fight was personal, that backing down wasn't an option once challenged.
The longer the war went on, the stronger resolve became. Losses didn't weaken morale, they reinforced it. Every sacrifice was seen as proof the fight mattered. As the war dragged on, Japanese leaders began to realize the mistake. American morale wasn't fading, it was deepening. This wasn't a nation looking for an exit, it was a nation committed to finishing the fight. Morale isn't loud. It doesn't always show up on maps or battle reports, but once it takes hold, it's almost impossible to break. Japan expected America to tire, to hesitate, to walk away. Instead, they awakened a country that measured victory in endurance, not speed. And once that truth became clear, the outcome of the war was only a matter of time.
For more untold stories about how history is really shaped, subscribe and keep exploring the past beyond the battlefield.